Yo, what is up guys? It's the Goblin and welcome back to another Fortnite Battle Royale video. In this video, we're going to be talking about the top 10 weapons in Fortnite Battle Royale at this current moment in this current meta for Season 7. Because the last time I made a top 10 guns list, I mean, the weapons in this game has completely changed. We now have like heavy snipers. I think I had that when I made it last time. Quad launchers, gold pumps, AKs, the Deagle's been reworked, SMGs, a lot of different stuff's been changed. So I thought I'd make an updated list. Now, this is going to be the top 10 weapons in my personal opinion, just based on how good these weapons are to have in your inventory. Now, some of these, this is my opinion, right? So, for example, if you're a sniper, you might think the heavy sniper is number one. However, for me, it's going to be a lot lower because I'm not the best sniper. I'm better with explosives or in a build fight with a shotgun fight or something like that, right? So, if you guys could drop a like in this video, I'd very much appreciate that. Let's go for 2,000 likes. That would be absolutely amazing if we could hit that, because this is a late Sunday night upload. Maybe Monday morning, probably Monday morning by the time you guys are seeing this. Huge shout out to the notification squad and everyone using my code, the Goblin YT, in the item shop. Huge shout out to you guys. I appreciate that. And let's get right into this. So first of all, I'm going to give an honorable mention. We're going to count down from like 10 to 1. I'm going to explain my reasoning why. So we're going to be talking about the best of these weapons. So for my honorable mentions, I have 3 that I want to give an honorable mention to that didn't make my top 10, but are still really good weapons. And I really want to stress that this is my list. And while we probably, most people would probably have a similar top 10, the spots in the rearranging might be different. Like I said, I'll have a sniper towards the bottom. You might have a sniper towards the top. You might not like explosives, so you might have those lower. Different stuff like that, all right? So the 3 honorable mentions I want to give an honorable mention to are the gold quad launcher, the bolt, the purple bolt, and then the blue hunting rifle. These are all really good ones. However, I feel like they just pale in comparison to their counterparts, which would be the heavies, the other launchers and stuff like that. Although the quad launcher is pretty wicked in squads and duos. I think it's a lot better because you can just knock down multiple builds, although I would still prefer the grenade launcher. But those are my 3 honorable mentions, and let's get right into the list. Now, these are put in order, but these are put in order by myself. So like I said, the order is, you can mix the order up, put your order down the comment section down below if you want to. Number 10 for me is going to be the gold heavy sniper. Now, the gold heavy sniper is an absolutely beast of a weapon because of its multi-use. Number 1 use is, of course, sniping from a distance, and the fact that the gold or even the purple, they hit for 157 on the gold and 150 with the purple to the body. So you can kill people that have 100 health and 2 minis popped, 150 to the body, which makes the heavy sniper such a good weapon in this current meta. It also has great positivity to it because you can use it like a deagle to bust into people's walls, knock down the wall, and push them, which is very, very helpful. Downsides to this are the slower reload time and just the fact that it takes up a slot, which a sniper is one that if you're not a traditional sniper, you're probably not going to use it in the majority of gunfights. So that's why for me, it's lower on the list. However, for other people, it could be higher. Coming in at number 9 for me is going to be the purple/blue pump. Now, why I'm putting these weapons here, why I'm putting that specific rarity of them, is because the purple/blue pump compared to the stuff below it, attack, a green pump, there's a huge difference because of the fact that the purple pump hits for 100 to the body. And if we can do simple, quick maths right here, 100 to the body times 2, which is the headshot multiplier, 200 to the head. And the max health and shield combined you could have in this game is 200. So with the blue or the purple shotgun or even the gold, you're going to have that one-shot potential. And that's why coming in at number 9 on my list of the most exciting and best weapons I'm excited to get that are going to help me to get victory royales would be the purple or the blue shotgun. If I can get one of those early game, I'm in such good position over people that don't have that one-shot potential, especially when people have 100 health. And I think those shotguns are very, very deadly. Coming in at number 8 for me is going to be the blue submachine gun. Now, the blue submachine gun is a gun that I still like to use quite a bit. However, I think it's really competitive with, of course, the P90 as well as the Deagle and just different stuff. Like, people like to run that, traditionally everyone carries an AR, a shotgun, and then that third slot is where, the 3rd, 4th, and 5th slot is where stuff starts to mix up, but depending on the person, depending on the personalization and the customization that you want. For me, the blue SMG is still an exciting gun to find because it's wicked with the fire rate. It's wicked at taking out people's walls and build fights only if you're up close. Don't even attempt to use the SMGs at range after they nerfed them a couple months back or whatever. But yeah, blue SMG coming in at number 8 for me. Coming in at number 7 is going to be the gold P90. Now, the gold P90 and blue SMG, this one is, you can go back and forth. It depends what you're looking for. Bigger magazine, more accuracy, or a better fire rate to get through people's walls. So these two can go back and forth. But yeah, number 7, number 8, the gold P90 right here, because of the fact that this is still a great weapon to have. And especially in this meta where the shotguns are so damn strong in this season, but you don't always get that perfect 200 headshot. So a lot of times you might hit them for a big crack for 130 or 160 or 170, and then switching over to a great SMG to use it as a finishing weapon is still a very effective thing to do in this game, and that's why I have the gold P90 right there on my list. Now we're getting down to the best guns in the game, and the stuff that if you find, your chances of winning that game will be increased dramatically. Now, finding the majority of this stuff, I mean, there's tactics you can do, looking at chests, looking at supply drops, fighting people that I call the Negan strategy from Walking Dead, where you don't loot yourself, you take the loot from other people by winning gunfights and, doing stuff like that. Although Negan, he doesn't really win gunfights, but that's what I'm talking about there. So these are the weapons that are huge. Coming in at number 6 is going to be the gold grenade launcher. Now, the gold grenade launcher, this was previously, I think, at one point, this was my favorite gun in the game, and while I still think this gun is absolutely wicked, the way that the terrain works with Polar Peak and with all these crazy mountains and just the way the maps change, you're not fighting on flat ground as much, and the grenade launcher, it's kind of tough to bounce, and a lot of fights where it's around weird terrain, around mountains and stuff, it's kind of unusable unless you can get the right bounce off. However, if you're on flat ground, if you're up in a building, someone's pushing in, the grenade launcher can still be absolutely deadly, and it's still something that I'm excited to get because you can hold the 12 rockets with it, and then of course 18 because you have 6 in the actual weapon itself. So that's coming in at my number 6 slot. Coming into the top 5 here, and these are ones where these are the best guns in the game. Like I said, order could be switched up depending on personal preference, but number 5 for me is the gold RPG. So I am putting the RPG above the grenade launcher as of right now. If I'm in squads, usually I'll take a grenade launcher, but in solos, I like the RPG because everyone is really good at building nowadays. Like the average player, back in the day, the average player would just build a ramp and a wall and try to take you on in a 1v1 gunfight like it was another video game. Nowadays, everyone wants to build battle. Everyone wants to, be flying in planes, be rifting, doing crazy stuff. And the mobility and the movement of the game has just increased, especially with Builder Pro, with everyone just building a lot quicker nowadays. Build sensitivity is a big thing to change that. Also, the gold RPG is number 5 on my list because it's great for basically when you're above the enemy shooting down, it's great. And when you're below the enemy shooting up to reset the fight, it's great also, as long as you can get that angle, don't blow yourself up. So the gold RPG is still it's probably my favorite utility item to put in that last slot, because all the rest of these top 4 are not utility items, they're basically guns. But yeah, gold RPG, a very, very awesome weapon. Coming in at number 4, and this is a weapon that some people are, this one takes skill to use, but if you could master this might be the best gun in the game this season. For me, it's number 4 right now, and that is the gold Desert Eagle hand cannon. The purple one is almost just as good as well, but the reason why this is so good is because of the fact that, like I said, you hit for shotguns for so much damage nowadays that if you just hit them with a deagle to the body after that can be a finishing kill, which is harder to do than the SMG, right? The deagle is not as good as finishing kills off as the SMG, just because it's going to be less consistent unless you have like godlike aim or something like that, right? Which no one has perfect aim. However, where the deagle does more than make up for that, or it's up to personal preference whether you hold an SMG or a deagle. And I see some people hold both of them, which works great on PC. However, with console, how you have to swap back and forth. If you're running your deagle in your 5th slot, you can't really get to your shotgun off of that. But gold deagle is great because of the ability to basically one-shot people's builds. It one-shots wood builds, and it one-shots like the beginning of a brick being built, I think. And it's crazy against people one by one. You can knock floors out from people, make people get fall damage, and it's a weapon that's probably one of the most fun. It's got to be the most fun gun to use as of right now. A really awesome weapon, the gold eagle, coming in at number 4. Coming in at number 3 is going to be a traditional weapon that still to this day, if you pick this up, is the best, or not the best, but one of the best, which is the gold scar. I like it unsilenced. Let me know in the comment section down below. This is a question I have for you guys who watched till this point in the video. Do you like the scar silenced or unsilenced? When they first came out, I liked the silenced one for some reason, but nowadays I'm all about the unsilenced. Like, unsilenced scar, to me, the bigger damage, everything is the way to go, and I think the gold unsilenced scar is the 3rd best weapon in this game when you find it, because of the fact that it's just absolutely deadly. The bloom on it is, non-existent when you compare it to like a gray AR or something. It makes a big difference. But number 2 on my list is going to be the gold AK, and this is another one where the AK and the scar, you could swap these out, or the heavy assault rifle basically. The gold AK-47 is number 2 on my list, and I put it as the number 1 AR because of the fact that it hits for 48 to the body and 96 to the head. 96 to the head. It's absolutely ridiculous. And of course, there are downsides to this. However, if you have good aim, and this is a gun that takes practice as well, but if you have good aim and you can do well with this weapon, it's 100% worth it. Another tip I would give when the bloom or the recoil starts to go crazy, basically do a YY or a triangle, switch weapons, and that will sort of make it quicker to reset your bloom a little bit. But basically, you want to tap fire with this, but it's deadly at range. And this is the type of weapon that you hit them once or twice at range, you're immediately pushing to finish off the fight. And what are you going to finish off that fight with? In my opinion, the #1 gun in the game, or the gun that I'm most excited about when I find comparative to, crappier versions of it. So compared to like a green shotgun or, a TAC or something like that, or a heavy shotgun, if I find the gold pump, I am in absolute heaven. That gun is an absolute monster, and it gives you the opportunity where you're going to be at an advantage in the majority of your build and shotgun fights. And shotgun fights are personally, I think that's one of my strengths, is using shotguns and be able to hit people in the head. So for me personally, this fits awesomely, and it fits perfectly, whatever, if that's even a word, awesomely. But gold pump shotgun. Let's specify, not the heavy, the gold pump. 110 damage to the body. That's 220 to the head. Max health people can have is 200. So they threw that extra 20 in just for fun, just for good measure. So you even have a margin of error with this gun. You can still get a one shot, which is ridiculous. You don't even have to hit all the pellets to get a one shot. And even if you crack them and you sort of hit them halfway or at a distance, this gun is wicked with the damage of it. I mean, at distance, it's going to be a shotgun, 4.2 second reload time, 110 to the body, 220 to the head. Very, very good weapon. So that's what I put as far as the top 10 weapons in this game. Thanks for watching, guys. Drop a like. And this is for Season 7, of course, right now. Subscribe to the channel if you guys are new and not already subscribed. And that's been it, guys. I'll see you guys in the next video, and I'm out. Peace.